News across the globe. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are each offering a stark glimpse at the political liabilities that have many Americans wishing that they had other options in 2024. Biden, who is 81 years old, is angrily refuting questions about his age and memory, struggling to lay to rest anxiety among voters that he wouldn't be capable of serving a full second term. But far from exploiting the president's rough patch, Trump offered a stunning display of extremism at the weekend, raising fresh questions over the fitness for the Oval Office. The comparison between the likely general elections opponents helps explain why polls show limited enthusiasm for both men, each of whom is unpopular outside their core constituencies.
Oh, well, U.S. ranking kicks out India out of world's most powerful countries. South Korea scores over Japan. It may be the world's fifth major economy and the fourth most powerful country militarily, but in the overall global power index, India does not figure in the first 10 countries of the world in 2024 if the rankings, as compiled by a U.S. publication, are taken into account. According to U.S. News and World Report, India is 12th in the global rankings, behind Israel, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Japan, France, South Korea, the United Kingdom, Germany, Russia, China, and the United States. Many may find this ranking of India behind even the UAE and Saudi Arabia, or for that matter, Japan, behind South Korea in power terms in the Indo-Pacific, a little surprising. However, it is noteworthy that the U.S. News and World Report recognizes as many as 6 most powerful countries in Asia and India. Given 46.3 out of 100 to India, the ranking details to suggest India's great potential in information technology services, business outsourcing services, and software workers, but the country gets maximum points in the heritage and cultural influence segments.
Meanwhile, BRICS member Russia used the US dollar to settle over 80% of its trade payments up until 2022. The euro was also the leading currency in Russia to settle cross-border transactions before the US pressed sanctions. However, things took a drastic U-turn after the White House put sanctions on Russia for invading its neighboring country, Ukraine. While the Biden administration sought to paralyze Russia's economy, the opposite of the idea is now beginning to bear fruit. Russia's economy survived the sanctions as BRICS countries began pulling oil from the country and laundering it to Europe. The Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC, ASEAN Alliance, and BRICS supported Russia by accepting the ruble as payment for transaction. In addition, Russia reciprocated the gesture by accepting the Chinese yuan as payment for international trade.
Well, on to the latest on the Israel-Hamas war. Israel says it rescued 2 Israeli Argentine hostages from the southern Gaza city of Rafah in a covert operation with extraction under fire, 128 days after their capture. Also in Rafah, Israeli forces launched overnight strikes that the Palestinian Red Crescent Society said have killed more than 100 people. There is a growing chorus of alarm over the operation in Rafah, now home to more than half of Gaza's population, many already displaced from elsewhere in the enclave. Hamas, meanwhile, has said a Rafah ground offensive would mean the end of hostage negotiations. The Netherlands must stop the export of F-35 fighter jet parts to Israel within 7 days, a Dutch court has ruled, due to which what is called Israel attacks on the Gaza Strip. The court found that there is a risk Israel's F-35 fighter jets could be used to violate international humanitarian law.
North Korea has successfully developed a new ballistic control system for a multiple rocket launcher along with controllable shells, state media, the KCNA reported today. The Academy of Defense Science, which oversees the country's missile development, conducted a ballistic control test firing of 240mm caliber controllable multiple rocket launcher on Sunday. KCNA said the strategic value of the 240mm caliber multiple rocket launcher will be re-evaluated. Its role in battlefields will also increase due to what is called rapid technical improvements.